What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tristin TaZe. Hope you all are having a wonderful, fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel for a brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. That's right, guys. It's the first official video here on the channel for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I wanted to give you guys a really good class setup to use inside of the beta as well as the official release. And then also towards the end of the video, talk to you guys about my thoughts so far with the beta and how everything is kind of going. But if you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like down below, as well as subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. We're getting very, very close to 1.4K, and I'd really, really appreciate it, guys. And also, the gameplay is going to be provided by my friend Keith. Make sure to go check him out in the description down below. All his links are going to be there. He does really cool videos, really cool Twitch streams, so make sure to go check him out there as well. But with that being said, guys, let's get to it. So, the gun that we're going to be covering, like I said, is the M4A1. Now, this is an assault rifle, probably, again, like I said, the most overpowered gun in the entire game as of right now with the beta. Obviously, we have a couple more weeks until the game's, official release, so you don't know if things will change or not. But the way that it seems, this is going to be one of the probably 3 most overpowered guns in the entire game. Now, the attachments that I have set up for you guys, I'm also going to go over all the pros and cons as well. That way you guys can make a good decision on what attachments to maybe use or not use. The first one is going to be the muzzle brake. Now, when it comes down to this, a pro of that muzzle brake is that you have horizontal recoil control. And then for the cons, you have an idle sway control and, as well as a little bit of loss when it comes down to aim down sight speed, which hopefully isn't too much of a negative when it comes down to it, but I still am going to try to see how this class setup works myself and everything like that. Now, moving on to the next one is the operator reflex sight. Now, this is supposed to provide you guys with a higher precision range, so that's going to do very, very good. What it's going to do is help with the aiming sight picture, but it is going to take that sight speed down when you're aiming in. Now, the other attachment that I have for you guys is the stippled pistol grip, and I've seen a lot of people using this. What it helps is keeping the weapon in control while performing high-speed maneuvers. It's not as steady as a standard grip, but it will definitely help you with aim walking movement, and will still have that negative when it comes down to aim down sight speed. But I think that is kind of okay when it comes down to this grip. Now, if you want to swap it out for maybe one of the other grips, I know there's 4 or 5 different grips when it comes down to it. I think that's perfectly okay. Now, from the underbarrel, we have a tactical grip, so that provides additional control when it comes down to the idle sway and the horizontal recoil. Now, the cons for this is a little bit down in movement speed and a little bit down when it comes to aim walking. So I do think that that is a good trade-off when it comes down to it. Now, the last one that I have for you guys is long barrel, and this is supposed to help the muzzle velocity, extend the range, and also give some stabilization for shots and everything, because the pros for this is that it has recoil control, damage range, and bullet velocity. You do, again, have that movement speed and aim down sight speed as a con, which I think is going to be standard for most attachments probably in this game that you could probably do some damage with. But, again, I kind of like how they've had this gunsmith, where it has pros and it has cons and everything, compared to, regular Call of Duty games where you just end up having overpowered attachments and so forth. Now, I want to also go into the perks. So, the best perks I feel you guys should be using are going to be Double Time or Scavenger, then Hardline, which is awesome to see Hardline coming back as an actual, perk, and then Tune-Up or Tracker for perk 3. And the reason I say Tracker is because that's a perk that I've kind of used on and off over the last couple years since it came out in Black Ops 3. And it really, really does help out as well. Now, the other thing is, guys, for a secondary, I recommend you guys use the Desert Eagle. And, if you're feeling maybe a little bit reckless, using a stun grenade, because apparently the stuns and the flashbangs in this game are absolutely just crazy when it comes down to it. Now, I want to give you guys my thoughts on how the beta is going so far. Obviously, there's been a lot of discussion over the minimap, and I'm happy that they kind of updated the beta and kind of put in a little bit of a minimap and everything like that. That way, it kind of eases some of the community's thoughts. Now, as far as, the maps and stuff that we've gotten, I think some of the maps are really, really nice when it comes down to it. I think that overall, we're going to have probably a ton of different maps when it comes down to it. And I think that this game is actually going to be really, enjoyable. Of course, Black Ops 4 had its issues, but I think that this game's actually going to be very, very good. And no, I'm not being paid by Activision to say that, but I actually do believe that this is going to be a really good Call of Duty game as well, guys. Everything seems to be going very good for this game. It seems to be a highly competitive thing, even in pubs sometimes. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this game works when the official release goes out and everything like that. But if you guys did enjoy the video, again, please make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Please make sure to go check out my friend Keith again. He's really, really doing well when it comes down to content. But, of course, with that being said, guys, my name is Tristin, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.